what you see behind me is a white pole. I'm currently leaned up against it because I'm tired of walking. I've been walking around the airport for a few hours. So anyway, today is the day I make my return to Cebu, and I am so excited. I can't wait to get there. I can't wait to touch down. I can't wait to step off the plane in Mactan. And then I can't wait to get to my hotel and take a shower because it is going to be hot in Cebu. Hot, hot, hot. Always hot. If you didn't catch the live stream this morning, check it out. It's got a little view of the upper deck of where I'm standing right now, which is the food court and all the amenities of Terminal 3 here in Manila's airport. I always forget the name of this airport, so I just call it Manila Airport. There's not a lot on the departure deck except seating. There is a few places to eat, so I'm not really going to show you around here. I'm going to try to do some other cool stuff. I will tell you on Thursday I have a window seat, so I do not have a window seat on the plane today. Therefore, I cannot catch the landing in Cebu, but I will be able to catch the takeoff and the landing or takeoff from Cebu and landing in Manila from the window seat, and I will do that via live stream early time like it is right now. You don't know what time it is right now. I will do that at approximately 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning on Thursday morning here. So East Coast time, that would be like 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. No, 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. So anyway, if you guys want to catch that, try to. I'm going to continue with this live stream thing. I'm going to try to get some better signal so you can get some better quality video. I think it's a fun way just to kind of interact, and hopefully it all works out for the best. So let's go get this journey started that I've been waiting on for so long. You have no idea how long I've been waiting on this. And by the way, traveling by yourself, if you've never done it, you need to try it one time. It is so much more peaceful than it is traveling with anybody. It doesn't matter if you have, you know, if they're your bestest friend in the whole world, or your family member or a relative, whatever. Traveling by yourself is just easy because you have nobody's agenda to attend to but your own, and it just makes life simple. And I love me some simplicity. That being said, I'll catch you guys shortly, maybe from the plane.
Here comes the boom, 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 here comes the boom.
No one took their seat in the window seat, so that means I currently have the window seat, which means I will have the window seat to Cebu and back from Cebu. Super excited. I'll get a takeoff and landing both ways. In addition, I am sitting in row 15, which is directly over the wing of an A320. Why is that significant? Because the safest place to sit on an aircraft, a commercial aircraft, or any aircraft for that matter, is directly over the wing. That is where the plane is the strongest structurally. Not that I'm concerned about having an accident, but should it happen, I'm literally sitting in the best spot I could possibly be, and I am one row behind the emergency exits. So the leading edge slats are deployed and the trailing edge flaps are deployed, and we are about to take off. I'll show it to you. So very quick aviation lesson. Not that I'm a pilot, not that I'm an aviation expert, just so you might know what you're looking at next time you get on the plane. If you look at the forward edge of the wing, you can see what looks like metal that is slid off, and that's basically what's happened. Those are the leading edge slats of the wing, and that is designed to create a greater angle of attack into the wind so that we can get more lift. In the back, of course, are the trailing flaps, and those are extended to about 1/4 of their entirety, and that, of course, is to create the cushion of air under the wing that will allow us, again, to generate more air under the wing, causing a greater pressure and allowing us to generate lift. So, and the biggest thing that does is allow control of the airplane at a much slower speed. Same reason that they extend the flaps when we land. Creates a bigger pocket of air underneath. We can't glide as far, but we can glide slower and still have the same amount of control. So that's a little aviation lesson for you. And again, I'm not an aviation expert. I will tell you that those white squares you see on top of the wing at the rear are ground spoilers. You will see those pop up when we land. Those are designed to spoil the airflow over the top edge of the wing, enabling lift to discontinue, and at that point the body of the aircraft can set down with its full weight on the landing gear. Brakes can be applied so we can stop. Otherwise, the brakes would just slide down the runway because there would be no weight on them. So there's a little lesson for you, and I certainly hope it was helpful. Catch you on takeoff. Based on my personal experience, I'm going to say that this takeoff roll is going to be about 38 to 42 seconds, roughly, or before the nose gear leaves the ground. So we'll see if I'm right. I'll put a clock on it in Adobe Premiere if I can figure out how to put a clock on it. This is a game that Cebu Pacific plays where they have like trivia. They ask 3 questions and 3 passengers win prizes if they get the answers right. I've never seen another airline do it. I think it's great.
Your hand, and if you know the names of the couples that we are referring to, the first guest who raises his or her hand and gives the correct answer will bring this pouches. For our first question, she asked him to draw her wearing only this, while he shouts, "I'm the king of the world," while standing at the bow of the Titanic ship. Who are they? So we have 1 quick hand at the back. So the correct answer is Rose and Jack. Congratulations, you're our first winner. And for our second question, sikat na sikat sa kanilang linya, you had me at my best, she had me at my worst. So 1 quick hand by the Icos. The correct answer is Popoy at Bashra. Congratulations to our second winner. And for our third and last question, theirs is a tragic love story written by William Shakespeare. The death of this two, so 1 possible winner by the Alpha C. By the Faction Street rather, correct answer is Romeo and Juliet. Congratulations to all our winners.
Me personally, it's always just a good relief to come up here 35,000 feet. Watch the clouds go by. As you can see, the ground spoilers, also known as speed brakes, are not always used just on the ground. They're also used to help slow the plane during descent, which is what you're looking at right now. The metal pieces that you see sticking up are the ground spoilers, which are only partially deployed at this time. They are only partially deployed because a full deployment may cause the wing to lose lift entirely. While it's unlikely, we certainly don't want that to happen. We are currently descending quite a steep descent, if I do say so myself. And I imagine these spoilers will be laid back down momentarily. As we just got the call, we're about 65 nautical miles north. There they go, going down. We are slow enough that we don't need them anymore, and we're probably right now about 60 nautical miles north of Mactan Island. So we will see you at landing. Alright guys, you're going to start seeing the slats and flaps come down again. You just put a little bit in them as we start to slow down for the runway. Again, that is allowing us to fly slower because it creates more surface area to generate lift. There are the ground spoilers. That's a full deployment, pulling the airflow over the top of the wing so that the body can set down on the landing gear and the brakes can be applied. He is also using idle reverse thrust because I do not hear the turbine winding up, so he must be idle reverse. This is a long runway. I'm not exactly sure how long it is, but evidently we do not need the reverse in order to stop. Reverse thrust is a little bit of a misleading word. The secondary airflow around the outside of the engine, the part that does not make it to the combustion chamber, is what is redirected forward to give the reverse thrust. So there is no combustible thrust in reverse thrust. Thank you for flying Jeremy Airlines, and we shall now go party in Cebu. So I have to do this rather quickly because my Uber ride is 5 minutes away. I have landed in Cebu, and instead of walking that way, which is normally what you do when you get off the plane here to get robbed by the taxi drivers here, either a yellow cab or a white cab, you're still going to get robbed either way. I've called an Uber. The Uber ride from here to my hotel, which is in the middle of Cebu City, is only going to be 236 pesos versus nothing less than 400 pesos. That's if I did my best bargaining effort ever for a white cab. And it would be more than that for a yellow cab, guaranteed. So if you get off the plane in Cebu and come out here and you turn to the right and find a taxi, just know you're going to get robbed. Not literally robbed, but metaphorically robbed in your payment. Always use Ubers in this city if you can. They're cheaper. Grabs are not. Grabs are just cabs that you summon with an app. And they actually charge you a 15 or 10 peso surcharge on top of the regular ride. use Uber in Cebu. I'm telling you, use Uber in Cebu. 4 months I lived here, use Uber in Cebu. And this looks like a pretty good plan. My Uber driver's almost here. I have to put this up. I will see you guys when I get to the hotel. I cannot wait. I am so excited to be here. I am so excited to be back. So excited. All right, peace. Okay, guys, I've made it to my hotel room in Cebu. It was so nice riding through the city and seeing everything. You have to understand how much I love this place in order to understand why I act like a crazy person when I come here. I don't think there's any doubt that this will probably one day be my permanent home. So I was walking trying to find something to eat because I'm staying in a part of town I've never stayed in before. And I popped out on the street. Look where I am. I'm so happy. So not only do I now know where I am, I know I'm in a good location because I'm familiar with the area. I had Jollibees because I was dying for food, and they were the nearest thing, or the closest thing to food that I could get. What's on the agenda for tonight? Well, we got one model to shoot, possibly a group of friends that are having some kind of meetup or whatever to shoot, and my goal is to stay busy while I'm here. Work, take it all back with me and edit and cut and get the pictures on Shutterstock and do all those things when I get back. But I also want to be able to enjoy Cebu a little bit because I think by now you've probably gathered that I really love this place. Even though it is dirty and it stinks. And there are a lot of problems here. There's just something about this place that kind of sucks me in. So I'm gonna let it suck me in for a few days, and then I'll go back to the province and regroup, I guess would be the word, right? Regroup, maybe? I don't know. Let me see if I can find a 7-Eleven or somewhere to get something to drink, and I will be back with you folks momentarily. I'm gonna assume it's because it's February, but I have never been in Cebu when it has been this comfortable outside. I'm still hot and sticky, but it is nothing like it normally is here. Nothing like it normally is. So, what's on the agenda for tomorrow? I'm gonna go watch the Super Bowl at Traveler's Bar with a couple YouTubers and Americans and expats. And yeah, hope and pray that, you know, the Patriots just get completely annihilated, crushed to the point where they can never recover and play as a football team again. That's how I feel. Sorry.